Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Good Wednesday evening, race fans. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage of the Midwest Truck Series presented by Secure Lift. Daytona International Speedway to kick things off round number one for the new season. 38 trucks have checked in for action tonight. Your defending series champion is in the house. I am looking intently for his number in my pile-on of trucks, and, man, I'm having a hard time finding him. But I will get to him, I promise. Big shout-out. Let's get things started with all of our shout-outs. Aaron and Mary Lee. Hi, guys. Say hi in the chat for us if you can. Everybody else that is involved in help bringing Midwest Truck Series back onto the network. I know we've got a shout out back to the Jersey and Justin over at Beef O'Brady's again. And always we shout out all the people affiliated with us. Premier Racing Setups, Admin Box, SimWrapMarket.com, Edmund Trophy and Awards. Everybody that's involved with helping us get this thing going and keeping it going. Quick look right there at copper color number 43, Father Time. Reed Arundel, quickest right now in the room. I'm still looking for the 27 truck. And I know he's here. I know Brock is here. I don't think he's on the track. That's why I'm not finding him. Multi-time series champion. Not the defending champion, but multi-time series champion right here. 24 of Corey Blevins. He's up there on that high side. Man, where is the 27? I know that I saw his name earlier in the chat. Either way, I know he's here. There he is. There he is. I'm not used to having to look all the way at the bottom, but there's your defending series champion in that 27. Hi, Jennifer. We got another multi-time series champion right there in that purple number 64, Adam Vinny. So we'll give you who to watch, I guess. Anytime you got a defending champion, you can, or a series champion, you can best bet that there's somebody you probably need to keep an eye on. New driver, Dana Ryan. Drives the one truck. Several new names in here. And the returning driver we haven't seen in a hot minute. We saw him a few weeks ago on a Monday night over at DSRL, but the 204 back in action over here at Midwest Truck Series. Oh, Ryan Campbell. Paul Pfeffer returning after a hiatus for a short bit in the 15 truck. Our good buddy. Oh, Lightning McSquare nut there. He's got the Lightning on the truck. Not known for his qualifying. He did a good job last night at the road course at Sonoma. Old Mike Forstner. Cole Owens is a new name. These guys are going to get a couple. Hey, Jay. Welcome to the chat. These guys are going to get a couple of laps. We're going to try to watch a few of them. Can't watch them all, but we'll try to watch a few of them. There he is, Mr. Mike. Oh, we got several starting to roll out. Jonathan Scott in the 51 is already rolling out. Pinky Dinky Doo there. There's Brock Bigelow. Michael Everett. We've gotten to see Michael on Mondays and Tuesdays a couple of weeks ago. He didn't race this past week with those guys over there. And Vinny is rolling out. Chris Gaxel is also rolling out in the 707. There's Brandon Mackey. Mackey with a different color scheme this time. He's been black and red for a long time. He is changing that up. And he is going with the black and gold now. Austin DeMore in that flat black number 7. Probably should get the award for most improved driver over the last couple of seasons. This race's defending champion. He kicked the season off last season with a win at Daytona. Brian McAvoy in the 79. He was a factor at the end of the season until I think the last race, and he had major issues. Let's talked about Pfeffer. There's Harley Barletta. Got the Menards ride rolling. Gregory Smith. This is a new name. Rolling Amsoil. Here comes Jacob Watson. Time's about to start coming in. There it goes, Kamba. 51.69 for Ryan Bigelow, 51.62. The second lap will be the faster lap for each and every one of these guys. They all run out by the fence. It burns a little fuel, takes a little weight. out of the truck, and then they cut it to the bottom, shortest way around, and we're going to see these lap times pick up to 2.5 seconds. Daytona's always that way. Pack racing, you can't get away from people. Green flag pit stops can change that, but you're still going to be in small packs. It's not like it used to be where two guys could get together and drive away from the field. Watching Camba right now. He was third quick after lap number 1. Lap 2. A little bit quicker. By a little bit. I mean, not much. He's still slower, but Bigelow, 51.62. Is that right? They didn't pick up on their second lap? They didn't. None of them have picked up. Adam Vinny comes up to P2. Just barely missing the pole. 3/1000ths of a second. Rita Rundle right there as well. There's Frankie Chavez. Brian McAvoy now, 51.61. Didn't stay long. Travis Scheid puts a 51.61 and shorter change down. It was an 09, not a 15 like McAvoy. Corey Blevins up to the 5th qualifying position. We have some drivers still trying to finish laps. Caleb Owens. In the 11 truck, Kevin Spaulding. Captain Spaulding is out here. He is on lap 2. He was 35th out of 38 on his first lap. We'll see what he does on lap number 2. Thought we'd see some laps closer to 50 seconds here, but I know these trucks have the Cup Aero package, so there's a ton of drag on them. Well, we're not doing that this season, Mr. King. We do not have a prize sponsor. We do have our Dash for Cash drivers. You know, guys, I got to go share a link from our YouTube stream for the drivers to share with friends, family, and everyone else who maybe doesn't follow us. So let me do that real quickly here. You guys shouldn't see any of this. And we'll get that going for the guys. All right, that is going to just about do it. Qualifying over. Justin Durand sneaks up there and snatches the pole away from Kevin Spaulding. Now we will get ready to head down and run through tonight. Starting next week, the top 5 in points will start to move to the back. We don't have that this week. So, heads up, Justin Durand, the 30, Kevin Spaulding, the 25, will be your front row to kick off the season. Travis Scheid and Brian McAvoy, the 6 and 79 in row 2. The 23 of Frank Chavez, the 27 of your defending series champion, Brock Bigelow, in row number 3. Corey Blevins. All 3 of our multi-time champions. Well, multi-time. Brock's brand new to it, but we got a feeling. All of your, I think the past 6 championships have gone to those 3 drivers in 6th, 7th, and 8th. Corey Blevins at 24 and Adam Vinny at 64. They are row number 4. All those guys, multi-time champions here. Don Jordan, the 28. Reed Rundle, the 43. Father Time, 10th in the starting grid tonight. Brandon Mackey, the 99. Harley Barletta. He's a multi-time winner in the series. They start in row number 6. Derek Bacorn. I don't know. He'll have to tell me how to say his last name. I did not look that closely through the field, and usually phonetics will get me, but I don't want to call him Bacorn. It might be. It might be Bacorn. I don't know. He drives the 47. He starts inside row number 7 next to Todd Cleek in the 45. Russell Harold, the 19. Paul Pfeffer, the 15. They make up row number 8. Our 9th row, man, there's that dude, Stephen Pearson. Crazy guy. 83 truck next to Cole Owens in the 11. Garrett Boyd, the 21, and Mike Forstner, the 69. in row number 10. Row 11, Chris Gaxel, the 707. Mike Hardy, the 9. Coy Callison, the 2, and Todd Kieran, the 88 in row number 12. Row 13 is Brad Ebel and Jacob Watson, the 56 and 31. Ethan Lowe, the 71, the 204 of Ryan Camba in row 14. Row 15, that's Gregory Smith, the 60. Frank Ranger, the 17. Zach Dillon, the 20. Michael Everett, the 8 in the 16th row. The 17th row, Dana Ryan in the 1. Austin DeMore in the 7. Then Jonathan Scott, the 51. Kyle Gomez in the 55 in a row number 18. In our final row, Ace Wells in the 5 and Dan Anderson Jr. in the 36. 38 drivers. Biggest field I can recall in series history right here. Baycorn, okay. Well, then Baycorn it will be, sir. Hello, Jane Vinny. $75 times around. These guys only get the tires they qualified on and 2 more sets for this entire race. I don't think they need them. I think the set they qualified on and 1 more set is more than enough. But you'll see some different strategies. Well, it'll be Baycorn until I mess it up again. How about that? I'm good at that every once in a while. Guys are still trying to figure out where to line up here. We must have a lot of EOLs. That pace car is getting ready to get out of here. We're getting ready to go racing. And the field is a little disorganized from about row 10, 11 on back. The green flag is in the air, and we are underway for the Midwest Truck Series presented by Securalift. Kicking off the new season. Here come drivers off of pit road trying to get into the action. Have to stay on that apron all the way around. They'll probably lose this pack, but they'll have a chance to catch back up through pit stops and a possible caution here or there. Right now, the battle's at the front. McAvoy's got the lead, but Bigelow pulled to the inside line. He'll lead that group. Trying to get to the front. Adam Vinny with a good push on the 79. 79 is going to drop low. Vinny's going to try to lead the first lap of the new season, and he's got his teammate right behind him. Across the stripe, Vinny Rundle and Barletta. 1, 2, 3 out in front of the 2 wide behind that with McAvoy, Mackey, and company. Little bit of a gaggle here, a breakaway. We're going to go back. Steven Pearson, Garrett Boyd, and Brad Ebel. That might be Ebel. If somebody in the chat knows, make sure that you give me the phonetics on that, please. But 20th, and they have broken away. Ethan Lowe has a group, but they are a good, I'm going to say, second off of this pace right now. Just eyeballing it. That's Michael Everett in the 8, trying to get up there. He's going to try to push on the 30. Oh, contact. We may have our first incident. We will. We will have an incident. Maybe no caution just yet. That was Todd Keir that went around, and he did hit something on the inside. There's Dana Ryan. I don't know why he's in the pits. He must have had something happen to his truck. Well, we're going to start going back through the field here momentarily. And he is right now 31st. He's got some good trucks back there, some guys that know how to hook up and do the draft. Watson's right there. I see Pfeffer is there. I think that's Zach Dillon in between, maybe. No, he's not. He's way around. We're getting some funky data here, folks. Still the same 2 up front. Vinny and Rundle nose to tail. Barletta's right there. We're going to take a quick look back here. There's the 19 of Russell Harold and the 21 of Garrett Boyd. Stephen Pearson fell back to 20th out of that group. Durant is still leading the next group in that 30 truck. He's got Everett behind him, then Camba, DeMore, Lowe, Smith, Hardy, Wells. They've gotten single file. Baycorn is right there behind Wells. Watson behind that. All the way back through the back of this thing, which looks like it's old Frank Ranger in the 17. That's your 33rd place truck right there. Up front, it's still a pack. Front three out clear. They can use the whole racetrack behind that. Forstner on the inside, and he is starting to lose ground to those guys up top. Mackey, Callis. There goes the 6 of Scheid. Gaxel in the 707. I think that was Scheid maybe that pulled down to the inside. It was not Scheid. It was Coy Callis that pulled out of line. And now he's in front of Forstner on the inside line. Let's go back and see where the defending series champ is. Well, he's right here in about 15th, kind of stuck in between trucks. There's Don Jordan on the outside in the 28. Look at the 45 of Cleek. Let's go see how the group at the back is progressing. They've formed up nicely. We have 2 packs racing now. 2 packs of trucks. Austin DeMore is trying to see what can happen on the outside. Now pulls down in line. He got right in front of Derek Baycorn in that 47 truck. There was just about enough room. He didn't need butter to slide it in there. Swap at the front. Reed Rundle now is going to pull ahead. Probably needed to cool that 43 truck down a little bit. Pushing Adam Vinny out there in the front. They probably needed to trade. They've done that. Harley Barletta got out of line and got in front of Brandon Mackey, and now he's making a bid to lead a lap here. Front group. Oh, I'm going to go back. It's Russell Harold in 19th. Well, look where he is at, and now we're going to look where Durand is at. They're starting to close in. If they can stay single file, not race each other, they can really make some headway. And we'll get this pack back together by about lap 15 if they can do that. Let's go see what's going on. Ace Wells back here in that 5 truck. He is in behind Frank Ranger. Ranger part of the group that's got Hardy, DeMore. I think Pearson is in that group now. Everett's there. Camba, Baycorn. Gregory Smith. Ethan Lowe is in there as well. That was Zach Dillon that just rolled by before the pack. He's all by himself, and he's about to be a lap truck. Nine laps in the book. And Rundle and Vinny lined up. They're lapping. Zach Dillon right there. It's a single file line pretty much now, back to about 7th or 8th place here. Barletta and Forstner are side by side for 8th and 9th. And Kevin Spaulding still hanging on in 10th spot right there, not trying to push the issue, not trying to do anything to put himself in jeopardy this early. Wants to be there at the end. Has had very good runs the last couple of super speedway races that this series has had. Little bobbing and weaving going on behind that. Blevins. There's that second pack, and now they can sniff the draft of the first pack. There goes 2 off of the racetrack. That's Brandon Mackey. Austin DeMore rolling by us. We're still rolling. No yellow flag yet. How, I'm not sure, but Brandon Mackey has got the truck righted. Let's go see if we can figure out what happened. To Brandon Mackey. Oh, yeah. He got Coy Callis right there after he got tapped in the right rear. He hasn't hit anything. Let's see if Callis, did he get it stopped in time? Well, we have no idea. We're going back to live racing. When they blink out, we lose complete track of them. We can't see them anymore, and it really changes the data that we get. So we're not sure. I don't think either one of them hit anything. Callis is back going now. It doesn't look like he has any damage. He just got spun. So he'll have to play the catch-up game and or pray for a caution. Front pack still about 14 trucks strong. That's Michael Everett in 13th place as the last truck in that lead pack. They got split up again when that happened because guys slowed and dodged and dipped. Now McAvoy and Blevins, 14, 15 are together. Harold, Boyd, Kamba, Hardy, Bacorn, DeMore, Watson. They're all in a group here. They're going to have to get themselves sorted out, get single file, and start trying to chase that front group down again. Kyle Gomez is part of that group. Paul Pfeffer part of that group as well. Ace Wells is just at the back of that draft. And he may be what's holding and keeping Smith and Lowe and Ranger in there because he's got the draft of the trucks in front, but he doesn't have enough to pull up to them. The guys behind have his draft, and eventually they will get there and the whole thing will start to move forward. Brock Bigelow now has taken over second on the high side, and he is going for the lead because Rundle and Vinny got separated coming out of turn 4 and down the front stretch. They're just getting back together here on the back stretch. Barletta elects to stay high, keeps his nose behind the rear bumper of the 27 of Bigelow. And now, a little wiggling around. I thought we might see a bumper hook right there, but we did not. Brock Bigelow will lead for the first time this evening. Took all of 14 laps for him to get there. $13 trucks in that lead pack. How is everybody doing out there in viewer land? I'm watching a race here and not getting any chat, guys. Somebody say hi. Somebody say something. 11 truck of Cale Owens. 9th place, running on the outside line right there. He's trying to close up on the back of Gaxel. Getting a push from Todd Cleek. in the 45. Drop back Brian McAvoy and Corey Blevins. Two trucks working together, staying nose to tail here, really close in the draft. They are not pushing each other, but they are slowly, and I mean slowly, closing in on the group in front of them. Currently running 14th, 15th. They're about to get some help because the 19 of Harold and the 21 of Boyd have brought everybody else back to them. The 9 truck, big wiggle out of Hardy. He caught the left side tires down on the yellow line. And he lost about 7 positions from the entry to turn 3 to the start-finish line right there, and he might lose the draft if he's not careful. Still side by side at the front. Really? Well, Lee Anderson, thank you. I do see you from YouTube over there. There is one of them. I don't know if it's Aaron or Mary Lee, but there's one of our sponsors for this series saying hi in the chat. Welcome. Glad to have you on the show. Side by side, 7 rows deep at the front. Working lap number 18 of 75. Now, we've been clean and green since we dropped the flag. We've had a couple of incidents, have not garnered yellow flags. There's Kevin Spaulding still. Let's go back here to McAvoy, Blevins, Harold, Combo, Watson. Boyd is in there. Baycorn is in that group. Gomez, Demore, Pfeffer, Wells, the last truck in the group. Able to hang on and keep that draft. Hardy, on the other hand, who had a problem a couple of laps ago in turn 3, has fallen off 25th. He is way off the pace there. But he's about to get help because Pearson, Ranger, Smith, Lowe, and company are coming to his rescue. Todd Keir officially retired. I think he got about 3 laps in. 88 truck, short night tonight. He did hit the inside wall pretty hard. Just not quite hard enough for a caution. 30 truck is starting to slide. Justin Durand pulled to the inside, and now looks like he's going to squeeze back right beside Michael Everett. He went from P2 to P13 down the backstretch. He must be thinking about setting up for pit stops. Second group, well, they're a whole lot closer than they were 5 laps ago. They can sniff that draft off the back of that 30 truck now. They're within that 0.8 of a second. And they are going to close very quickly. We are going to have about a 28 car, 27 car, 24 car pack by the time we hit pit stops here. As there's Ace Wells in 24th. Harley Barletta now as Bigelow moved to the inside to let some air get to the 81, and Barletta surges ahead. Frank Chavez right there. That 23 truck is hanging tough. He had a good qualifying effort. And he is staying in the top 5. Austin Demore eases around Derek Baycorn right there up the backstretch. That was a pass for 22nd place. This is all happening just off the lead. It's about a 1.5 seconds from 1st to 24th. We are coming up on 1/3 of the way through this thing. Couple more laps here. go back a ways. Let's go to 25th and Mike Hardy's finally getting swallowed up in that group with Steven Pearson, Greg Smith, Ethan Lowe, Frank Ranger. Don Jordan, however, is off of the pace and off of the draft. And he is in a lot of trouble back here by himself in 30th. Still got 37 trucks on the racetrack. There's your 37th place truck, the one truck. He's a lap down, nearly 2 laps down. Wow, he's actually 3 laps down after scoring updates. Wow. I don't know how that happens. I did see him on pit road right as we got started, though. He must have had some kind of an issue. Barletta and Bigelow are still side by side at the front. Everybody else is going to have to stay in line. Looking through my driver list. Pack racing, guys. This is what it's about right here. If you're going to make a move, it's probably a good idea to get it done either as early as you can or try to wait till the very end to do it. Most of these guys want to log the laps, get through pit stops. If we can stay green through pit stops, that will break this field up a little bit. One mistake. 3, 4, 5 football fields worth of track position. You will lose a lot. If you speed going in, you're going to lose at least a lap, if not a lap and a half, because it's 40 seconds plus your time on and off pit road. We're cutting the laps here at around 50. 50:07. The last time they hit the stripe. Finally seeing a check-in from Twitch. So we know we're hitting all of our platforms finally. We're a third of the way through this time by. Who's got a winner pick out there? Who do you think's going to win this thing? You've seen 25 of the 75 laps now. We're still a little ways from pits. 10 to 15 laps from making pits. I see a couple of team trucks together. 81 to 27. 43 to 64 are together. I know Kevin Spaulding is going to have help from his team. Well, he may not have help. He's got him right beside him. 21 of Garrett Boyd. Those two may be able to get hooked up. It's going to take team-type effort. See, that second pack caught these guys, and now they've kind of gotten single file here. I think some guys might be anticipating pit stops pretty quick. Dylan Herman, why aren't you out here racing? That's who's missing. There's 1 or 2 names I knew were missing. You're one of them. Why are you not out here racing with these guys? He thinks Dylan Herman thinks that Bigelow's going to win. And Aaron Mary Lee think that Mr. Forstner is going to win it. That would be monumental for me, to see Mike Forstner pick up a win. Right now, everybody is really minding their P's and Q's here, being very smart. Plenty of space. Well, you know, it's funny that you should say that because on the Tuesday night league, Timber Creek Homes and Beef O'Brady's at Iowa Speedway, that's the two sponsors of the series, and they finished 1-2, so we've seen it before. So you're catching ice cubes. Is that what I'm to understand, Dylan Herman? Guiding a fishing trips on a frozen lake. You're out catching ice cubes. You know you can make those at home in the freezer, right? You don't have to go outside. I'm trying to be helpful. That's all I'm doing. Harley Barletta jumped out to the point in front of Brock Bigelow. I don't know if he got out there a little too far yet or not. It's hard for me to tell. It looks like Chavez has a good run with Gaxel pushing him on the high side. We may see Chavez go to the point. Oh, lap truck. Yikes. Is that Anderson? No, that can't be Anderson. I don't know who that was. It's not Zach Dillon. It's Ethan Lowe? No, it's not Ethan Lowe. I'm not sure who they just passed. I couldn't catch a number on that truck as they all went by. It wasn't Ryan. Yeah, that's for sure. Can't make them taste like walleye, though, huh? Okay. I mean, with technology and all that today, are you sure we can't do that? I don't know for sure. Frank Chavez now to the point with Gaxel behind him. Here we go. Here comes the pit stops. Barletta and company coming in. Barletta was the first to dive off at lap 30. He's bringing Bigelow, Blevins, DeMoore, and Wells. And oh, no, not again. 7 truck. DeMoore, major issue. You know, I think you might be right, Jennifer. That might have been Camba's truck. But I can't find him on the list. Wow, heartbreak for DeMoore. He has had his pit stops on point the last 3 weeks. And comes in tonight here, and the truck got away from him, got sideways. There's Coy Callis down on the apron. Oh, we're going to have a wreck. We're going to have a wreck. And I know who that is, and I can't get my camera to him fast enough. Where'd he go? That was a 43 truck. I don't know where he went in my list. He just absolutely disappeared once that happened. So we're watching Chavez and company to see if they come in this time. I know that was Father Time that got hooked right there. Chavez, Gaxel staying out. I think that's Austin DeMoore that's right behind him. I have lost all sight of that 43 truck. There's Reed Rundle. Now he's coming to pit road, and I know that was his truck. He got somebody got loose and carried him up the racetrack, and he missed it the first time, so he is way behind now. But it is Austin DeMoore that is behind the leaders. Waiting for this thing to cycle, and here come the 2 leaders. Finally, peeling off. Once the cycle is done, we'll see how it shakes out. Bacorn finally heading for pit road as well. One of the last to pit. He'll get on pit road. Adam Vinny, Garrett Boyd, Brian McAvoy. In reverse order on the racetrack. They may be who we're looking at as a top 5 group, but they are not in the lead. It is Harley Barletta and Brock Bigelow right now. But those other 3, well, they're reeling them in right here. I don't think that they are going to do too much to wait. And maybe they will. I thought for sure McAvoy would probably pull right out on Bigelow and just go zipping around because he had all the company with him. But now you got a 5-truck breakaway. There comes Chavez back onto the racetrack. Gaxel as well, but they're going to get inhaled by that 5-truck pack. So they went in with the lead, and right now they are 6th and 7th behind Vinny. And here comes Blevins leading Spalding, Forstner, Wells, Durand. Everett a little off the pace. That's 13th. So the top 12 are going to get back together pretty quickly here, it looks like. As we creep in on halfway. Yes, I can think of something better. Sitting on 980,000 acres of not frozen water, and it's 85 or 90 degrees outside drinking beer. That's a whole lot better than sitting on that much frozen water. You might as well be in a deep freeze. It's not tomato either. This is like tomato apricot. Looking at Cleek and company. Coy Callis, who was involved in the incident earlier now, off the lead lap, a couple laps down after pit stops. He's back here in 30th. Don Anderson, we're looking for him. Not on the track. Jonathan Scott, maybe not on the track. No, he's there. Anderson, however, is not. Frank Ranger's 26th. He's still on track. Cleet, Lowe, Evil. There's Reed Rundle, who had his problem. I'm looking to see if there was any damage on that truck. No damage, so he got away pretty clean from that. It was just that he got hooked up and run to the outside trying to get to pit road, had to go back on the racetrack. We're lucky we didn't have a caution from all of that. Don Jordan. Derek Bacorn, and Bacorn is in this pack right here with Michael Everett. Cleet is in that pack. I'm trying to figure out who the truck in the middle right there is. That's the 6th truck of Travis Scheid. So we go back. We've got 2x2 pack racing again, and this time Adam Vinny's pushing Garrett Boyd on the outside, trying to go to the front. 75. Well, how do you keep the ice from melting? And the whole thing collapsed. You know what? I don't understand ice fishing one bit. Just doesn't seem like something I want to do. That, I think, is Ethan Lowe in the 71 getting a lap by this lead pack. I told you those 12, 13 trucks would get back together. They have. Actually, I want to say Justin Durand in 12th is the last of those, and now Ethan Lowe will make the 13th truck. I don't think he can hang on to that draft. But Michael Everett, Travis Scheid, Derek Bacorn, Austin DeMoore is trying to catch up. He's got Russell Harrell trying to push him. Then it's a broken bunch behind that because Mackey's got a couple, Pearson's got a couple, Jordan, he and Rundle, they are a 3 truck. And I think that's Jacob Watson that's with them. Watson is not on the lead lap. In fact, Watson is shown 3 laps down. Out front, Vinny. Oh, we're wrecking behind. I know we're wrecking. I saw us wrecking. Yeah, Ace Wells. How did we not get a caution for this? Let me see what happens. Right there. There's a caution right there. Too many trucks not to have the caution. Wow. Okay, interesting. We didn't catch a caution for that incident. That should have been a caution. iRacing's funny like that sometimes. Not enough traffic coming. You're kind of out of the way. You're maybe not any kind of an impairment to anyone else, and they don't drop a caution. But usually when there's 3-4 trucks clustered up, all it takes is for one of them to get past 90 degrees to the racing line, and they're done. It's caution. We're going to get single file at the front. Vinny Barletta, Gaxel, Chavez, Blevins, Spalding, Forstner, Boyd, Bigelow, and McAvoy will be the top 10 in that deal. And then Durand and Everett still trying to catch these guys. We lost 2 out of the lead pack with that incident. And I think that top 11, 12 trucks is wanting to check out. They are not racing one another. They are cruising it. In a single file line, I'm sure we'll see some trading for radiator cooling, but man. Brad Ebel, the 56, right in front of this string of leaders. If he can grab the back of this draft when they go by, he could keep himself in position for the lucky dog should we catch a caution. About 8 laps from the 2/3 mark. Fuck. Shitting me. 14 points. Come on, boys. So can Ebel grab the back of this draft and keep himself in this lead pack and secure himself a good opportunity to get a lucky dog? I'm trying to figure out who that is. Gaxel, Chavez, the 20? Zach Dillon has inserted himself in this, and I totally missed that. That 20 truck, he's a couple of laps down. But he is in that lead pack. He would not be eligible for the lucky dog, but he is right there, and he may be able to take a waiver around and put himself in position for a lucky dog if we were to get a couple of cautions here. But he's about 5th in the line, and he's helping these guys drafting to try to get away from the rest of that pack behind. 21st place truck of Reed Rundle right now. The last truck on the lead lap. And he is going into turn 3, and our leaders are not that far behind. Vinny Barletta, Gaxel, Chavez. Then the lap truck. Blevins 5th, Spalding, Forstner, Boyd, Durand, McAvoy, Brock Bigelow. Then another lap truck of Ebel. That's the lead pack right now. It is a ways back to Michael Everett and company. And that's Everett, Scheid, Baycorn. DeMore is a long ways off. His pit stop woes relegated him to about 21 and a half seconds off the lead. Still on the lead lap. but about a half a track behind. Still got about 12 to 15 laps before pit stops. We're going to see the lower line start to form. I think that's Mike Forstner down on that inside. He's got Durand behind him and then Boyd behind that. And they are trying to make a run up the inside. Good push from behind. They're right beside the lap truck, so about fifth in line right now. They've got the inside clear and to themselves. They just need to get a little more organized. Woohoo, lap truck almost got in the fence right there. Everybody behind thought about evasive maneuvers. I see Corey Blevins getting out of that line now, right in front of Bigelow. And right behind McAvoy. 69 truck of Forstner trying to come to the front and lead his first laps, and he's almost alongside Vinny. And then a big sketchy move getting into one, and he's going to lose a couple of truck lengths. I think he caught a little apron just getting into the corner, and it unsettled the truck, and he really fought to hang on to that thing. Outside line just a little too smooth. I think their spacing would slow them down, but it's actually helped them. Corey Blevins now has gone back to the high line, and he's getting up here. He's past McAvoy, and now he's working on getting around Boyd right there. As that outside line is 7 trucks deep. The inside line is only 6. Those guys on the inside really need to tighten up. Durand is pushing on Forstner to try to get him there. Barletta content to ride behind Vinny and just keep logging the laps off. I think some of these guys might have forgotten you get a bonus point for the most laps led, and I'm pretty sure Adam Vinny's going to be able to lock that up pretty easy. They don't want that guy stacking points on them. I can guarantee you that. He gets the points lead, he's liable not to relinquish it again. Especially if it's more than a couple of points. He gets out there 10, 12 points on everybody. They're going to have a hard time chasing him down the rest of the season. Little pushing up the backstretch. We saw the 20 truck of Zach Dillon push Chavez and get him closer to Gaxel. Chavez did not go up there and in kind push Gaxel up to Barletta. Inside line can stay just as organized as they are now and lined up nose to tail inside that slipstream that the 69 is punching. They can get there. They just can't be snaking down the straightaways. Oh, bump towards the exit of the corner from the 30 to the 69. It's going to put Forstner in front by just a nose momentarily. Now the rest of that line needs to get up there. Blevins slid in behind Boyd. He needs to get up to the bumper, and those three need to push on the 69 if they want to surge him out in front. All right, now Forstner's got it. Can he hang on to the start-finish line and lead his first laps tonight? And he's going to get it done. Mike Forstner to the point. Adam Vinny down to side draft. Off of the 30 of Durand. "25 laps to go. Everybody's inside the window to make it on fuel. Nobody trying to duck off. Adam Vinny back out front. Go look. Where's our friend Kevin Spaulding? Well, he's right there on the outside, the back truck in that outside row. Brock Bigelow is right there. Here comes Michael Everett and company. They're about 8.2 seconds behind the leaders right now. Cleat, Scheid, Baycorn, that group, and then it's DeMore, Harold, a lap truck, and then we're looking back here at 17th place, Stephen Pearson, Ryan Campbell, Coy Callis right in front of him, and Frank Ranger right behind. So he's in between a bunch of lap trucks here, but they are drafting together. Don Jordan, Brandon Mackey, Reed Arundel, Gregory Smith. There's Brad Ebel at the back of the lead pack. That's 22nd that we went through. Vinny, Barletta, Gaxel, and Chavez clear of the field for the moment. But Forstner and company on the bottom trying to bring that bottom line back up. Get them even. Now it's 5 trucks on the outside and about 8 on the inside. That inside line just not organized like the outside line. Those guys are maintaining pretty good lines. They're staying close to one another. They're kind of staying mostly in line. They're not dipping in and out of the draft too much. That inside line just not holding it in a straight line. It could be the tires are starting to get old. We're coming around. It'll be 21 to go this time. Little disorganization on the inside. Again, it's going to break things up. Adam Vinny will stay out front. That top 4 is staying clear of the field. The side-by-side starts in what would be the 5th row. And that's where the lap truck of Zach Dillon rides. He's right next to Mike Forstner. Now I'm starting to see somebody trying to organize to get to the bottom. Possibly. Maybe start getting ready to head for pit road with 20 laps remaining. Kevin Spaulding now ahead of Mike Forstner. He pulls down to the inside. Can Forstner be the Pied Piper? I'm sorry, Spaulding. Can he be the Pied Piper in front of Forstner and get them to push to the front? Down comes Durand as he goes around both drivers. Jump to the high line long enough to get her done. Barletta has just been perfectly content to sit behind the 64. Ride and ride and ride. Just log the laps in. We're 19 to go. I think everybody's going to try to go maybe about as far as they can and get that short fuel only stop in. That will probably break things up just a little bit. We'll go back here. Durand now getting a push from Spalding. Forstner just not close enough to push, but that's Corey Blevins right behind the 69 and the 24. And the inside line, once again, not as organized as they need to be if they want to make a push. Here comes Barletta to the pit road, and that brings Brock Bigelow along as well. The two Ford drivers make their way down pit road at about 55 miles per hour. This looks like a fuel only. A little slide of the tires, but not too bad. There comes Barletta. Is Bigelow. Did Bigelow speed going in and did... No, he did not. He just had a very slow stop. Out of 3 and 4, who's going to be our next set of takers to pit road? Nobody from this group. Nobody from the group with Everett. Austin Demore, Russell Harrell. We'll see if they short pit a little bit here and see if they can do something by just taking fuel only and make up some ground. Going to have to be perfect on and off pit road. And they are not slowing down. Behind that, somebody is slowing down. There's a lap truck of Ryan Kemba. He'll hit his stall. Here come your leaders. Will we have anybody out of this group this time? Yes, we will. Looks like Corey Blevins, Brian McAvoy. McAvoy went way inside to get that truck woe down. And we'll see what this does for them. Do they come back out with Barletta and company? Couple more coming in. Bacorn, Shine, and Everett all came in as well. So a fuel only there. Blevins rolling out as Scheid made his way to his box. Here comes Barletta. He's got a truck dipping off behind him. And he's going to catch a couple of these guys around here. Adam Vinny and company. Oh, big pack. There's a truck backwards. That's a 21 of Boyd. Can he spin it 360? Yeah. There's another one. Frank Shove. We have got a mess getting on pit road. I think a bunch of drivers got in hot. Adam Vinny let him onto pit road. We'll see how he gets out of pit road. He might be by himself. Forstner's on pit road as well. He's rolling away from his stall. Vinny got out. He's going to have Boyd close. 360 from Garrett Boyd, and I guarantee you that was a fuel-only stop. He needed to do that. Here comes McAvoy. McAvoy is going to go by Vinny. Don Jordan. Mackey. Rundle. Barletta caught up with them. Now he'll go by. Justin Durand by himself out here. He came to pit road. McAvoy's going to have help here just momentarily. Will they help or will they just blow right by the 79? And they are going to just roll right on by. So McAvoy slides behind Barletta. The truck's in front of him. Justin Durand was part of that front group. The rest of them have yet to pit. They're praying for a caution I don't think they're going to get. So Barletta has the point. Does Durand get down? Yeah, he does, but he's just going to get inhaled by the group coming from behind. And McAvoy makes a decision to slow down, fall behind the 30. That made Blevins have to move out of line, but these guys are going to get in line right here. Now we've got a 5 truck. Make it a 7 truck group at the front, but a couple of them still have to pit. That's Chavez. I think they're getting ready to lap right there. He's 22nd. Adam Vinny leading a pack. That's got Greg Smith, Garrett Boyd, Brock Bigelow, and Mike Forstner in another group. Boyd's kind of by himself here. I thought he was on the back of that group up there. That's the 31 truck. There goes Reed Rundle, and Rundle having a major problem. So Jordan and Mackey and I think Reed Rundle possibly is out of fuel. Maybe not. There was fire out of that engine. He has creamed the fence. Right front fender gone on the 43 truck now. So Jordan, Mackey, and Barletta, McAvoy, and Durand are the top 5. Blevins is right there in 6th. I still think, I was going to say, I still think the front 2 have to pit, and here they come. So now it's 4 trucks. As Greg Smith dropped out of line from that second pack that was being led by Adam Vinny. So Vinny's got 3 lap trucks that he is trying to get to push him towards the front. And Bigelow, Forstner, Spalding, and Boyd are a 4-truck group behind that. Guys, we're getting down to 10 to go. And these guys are about 10.5 seconds off of the lead. Boy, my memory serves me. And I don't have a great one, but I don't have a bad one. 81 and the 79. At the front of the field, beginning of last season, when we were here at Daytona, McAvoy ended up squeaking out the win. I think Barletta had some trouble with 4 or 5 to go, maybe less. There goes that 1 truck, Dana Ryan. And he is going to be 6, maybe 7 laps down now. So let's see. Bigelow, Forstner, Spalding, and Boyd. 9th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Almost 11 seconds off the lead. Scheid is leading that next group. It's got Everett, Bacorn, Gaxel. DeMoore has got a small group. He's got Stevens, Pearson, and Coy Callis with him. But the top 5 and Barletta. Yap's 4.5 seconds back to 5th place Adam Vinny right now. Top 5 look like they're going to try to settle it amongst themselves. Eight laps this time by. The gap 4.7 seconds now. 5th place Adam Vinny. Bigelow and company are reeling that group in front in. 6, 7, 8, 9. And a lap truck And the lap truck's the 56 of Ebel. He is still eligible for the lucky dog. He is 1 lap down. He's right there. He is the first truck 1 lap down. So those 5 may get here to this group with Vinny and company. But Barletta, his bunch, is just stretching it out. They are staying single file in the top 5. Or the top 4, I'm sorry, are getting away from 5th place. Closing elapse. Thank all you guys for being in the chat, chatting it up with me. You can see the distance down that back stretch. Adam Vinny all by himself in 5th place with a couple of lap trucks, and that has shrunk from a 4 to a 3 truck group. And then here comes the 5 truck group with Bigelow, Forstner, Spalding, and Boyd. Top 4 kind of just waiting it out. I think we're going to see some action with a 2 or 3 to go here. You can't wait till the last lap. It's too hard to get the pass completed. If you were going to pull out, everybody else would have to go with you, and that's not likely to happen. You might get 1 more truck, maybe a second, if you're lucky. That's the 31 truck in front of the leaders here. Caution for the first time tonight, and that may change everything. Well, let's go and see what happens to the 83 truck of Steven Pearson. Oh, he got down, got the left sides on the apron, and just could not hang on to it. And he got stopped, and that's what did it. Had he kept rolling, we wouldn't have got a caution. But he got the truck woed up. And that's going to change some things. That's going to bring everybody together, and it's going to be a shootout. We're going to start side by side, and it's just going to be a shootout. We're only going to have maybe a green, a white, and a checker to the finish. Does anybody in the top 6 or 7 trucks come to pit road, get fresh tires, or try to do something? Don't think it's worth it. If they did, guys that are 8th, 9th, 10th on back probably stay out and give themselves a really good chance to steal a win. Right now, you may be able to get a win by stealing it because the guys in front of you may get a little bit spicy and try to do something they haven't had to do all night long. We're definitely going to see a 3-wide or 10. So a quick, and let's grab Brian McAvoy, Roger Wagner, the DSSN booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
All right, man. You are the defending race champion. You've been riding around there behind the 81. I know you guys were probably setting up to go at it with a couple to go here. Caution is going to change everything in your strategy. Now, what do you got to do?
Yeah, I was real comfortable with just the 4 of us there running away with it. And like you said, this changes everything. Really tonight just been focused on trying to keep my nose clean and execute my pit stops and put myself in a position just hopefully for a top 5 or a top 10. And we'll see. Everything changes now.
All right, man. Well, stay focused. See if you can bring this thing home and go back-to-back at Daytona, all right?
10-4, thank you.
That was Brian McAvoy. I want to grab the defending series champion, who sits back here about 6th right now. You're catching a break. You're going to catch up to the field. Champ, are you going to be able to get up here and steal this one?
That's the idea. Put a little bit too much fuel in on that last pit stop, so kind of lost my drafting partner and caught a lucky break there.
Yeah, you guys were starting to gain on 5th place Adam Vinny as a small pack right there, but I don't think you could make up 10 seconds in that last 5 laps.
No. At that point, if it was going to stay green, goal was a top 5. But now, I mean, we're going to have, I think, a natural green-white checkered, so plan is to go up there and try and win this thing. I felt like I've had the confidence to move in the pack the entire race, and see if we can go get her done.
All right, man. Well, we'll let you start getting focused on what you got to do to try to bring this thing home, and hopefully we get a chance to talk to you here in just a few minutes.
10-4, going to keep the hammer down.
Brock Bigelow back there in 6th, the defending series champ. The defending race champ is going to be on the inside of the front row. Now, how does this play out? You got the inside line, but I think the outside through 1 and 2, you can do a few things, because you can get there high up the hill, drive it down kind of to the middle if nobody peeks their nose in on you, and you can get a pretty good run coming off the exit of 2 and maybe pull that guy with you that's behind you and have a chance to maybe get down and cover the inside. We'll see how it works. See what transpires. We are going to have green on 73, 74, and a checker flag on after 75 here. So they're going to have 3 laps to get it done, it looks like. Barletta and McAvoy, then it's Blevins and Durand in row 2. Vinny and Bigelow in row 3. Spalding and Forstner in row 4. And Scheid and Boyd in the 5th row back there. Anybody that's on the lead lap right now still has an honest chance to win this, because the big one hasn't happened. I am surprised if he hadn't got that truck, if he hadn't stopped that truck, if he'd let that truck roll, I don't think we get this caution. And actually, after a couple of the cautions, I thought for sure the cautions maybe got forgotten to turn on, but we got one there, so everything should be good. All right. Got a lap truck down there hanging on the bottom. He's going to get back in line here. We're getting ready to go green. Shootout time to finish up round number 1. Midwest Truck Series presented by Secure Lift, and the green flag is back in the air. Great start for Barletta. He may be in trouble if he doesn't get down in McAvoy, because if he don't get down in front of him right there, and he's going to be able to do that, he was going to get swallowed up by this field here. Vinny Blevins, they're going to get lined up. Bigelow's going to get lined up. Now it's going to be Durand looking to get to the outside. Vinny's not really going to want to do the pushing. He wanted to get there and be the pusher. He may fall in line. McAvoy now will drop back to the bottom. He was 3 wide momentarily. We started as a pack. We'll finish as a pack. White flag coming out this time. Vinny is pushing the 30, shoving the 30. Here comes the wreck. We're not going to get it done in regulation. Actually, no, we're on the white flag. Next flag ends it. This 5 is going to decide it. What is going to happen here? Garrett Boyd up off the fence back there. Boyd is 9th right now. Here comes the pushy, the shovey. Cover, cover, cover. Vinny to the inside. He may have this. He's got some help. Goes up, little door touch there. Durand trying to side draft. He pulls Vinny back and forth in front. Adam Vinny looks like he's got it in the bag. Vinny is going to win the season opener. Durand, Barletta, Spalding, and a McAvoy. So McAvoy couldn't get the repeat. DeMoore, 6th. Gaxel, Jordan, Boyd, and Harold, the top 10. Mackey, Pearson, Chavez, Baycorn, Blevins, Bigelow, Scheid, Smith, Forstner, and Everett. The 20 trucks on the lead lap. A big crash behind. Go watch this as it happens. Oh, it's already happening in this replay. So 2 trucks down off the wall, and it just starts some mayhem. Boyd tried to sneak through on the apron, couldn't get it done. That's right front damage for him. Gaxel got through it, so. What a finish for us. All right, we'll start looking for drivers, and we'll start trying to get them set up. Top 3 are going to get interviewed here momentarily. Man, I hate when it does that. This thing is so stretched out, I got to try to grab these guys from one place and move them multiple times. Let's see if we can find Mr. Durand in here. One at a time, I'm getting them, I think. Well, I thought I was. And now, oh, there he is. He got moved to the right spot. All right, let's get ready to start talking to drivers. We're going to talk to Harley Barletta first. Harley Barletta, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How's it going, my friend?
Well, it was going pretty good, and then you guys made it interesting at the end. The top 5 kind of got lucky there. Everything happened behind you guys, and it looked like you had a shot, and you just couldn't find enough clear track to get around the 64 once he got up there.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened behind us, but this Midwest truck, Chevy Silverado, is freaking great, man.
Yeah, remember, family show, please.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, all night long,
Yeah.
It looked like you were kind of content to kind of push people around. You got a few laps up to the front, and then we get on that big run. You settle in behind Vinny, and it looked like you guys were just trying to do some stuff, and then all kinds of things break loose, and you end up coming out with the lead and trying to drag the rest of those guys away from the pack. The caution came out, and I'm positive that was not a sigh of relief for a rest. You wanted those last 4 or 5 laps to go green, so it was settled by those 4 trucks at the front.
Oh, yeah, of course. I was trying to run with Brock earlier, and then something happened on his pit stop, and he took way more fuel than I did. So I lost him, and I just kind of was stuck with whoever I cycled out with. But it kind of worked out there. Adam definitely, he made some moves there at the end. They all went around the top, and he came down, and that was the move. That was the win.
Well, an awesome way to start the season, man. You're going to come out of here at least 3rd in the points, and a good start to the season. You're going to be able to maintain all of that as we start to roll through. I know last season you started off pretty good, and then kind of in the middle, things kind of got sketchy.
Well, last season we had a bunch of wild cards. This is a 1 wild card at the beginning, so we got Bristol on concrete next week. So I'm pretty good there. So we should be able to hopefully keep this point going.
Well, an awesome job, man. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous before we let you get out of here.
Yeah, thanks, man. Obviously, I want to thank the league. I want to thank Secure Life Boat Life Restraint Systems. You guys at the Dirt Racing Network, you guys do an awesome job. It's been a really fun night, and I really appreciate y'all.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the run, and we'll see you next week on the short track.
Yes, sir. Enjoy.
Harley Barletta finishing in third, and now a new face in the league, a new name in the league, but it looks like we're going to be looking at performance week in and week out. If he can repeat next week at Bristol what he did here tonight, Justin Duran, second place, and it wasn't simple, but it was very effective.
Yeah, it was a good run tonight. Kind of all over the place. Had the pole. Went AFK, missed the start, so I was at the pits, and then just drove my way through the field. A lot of chaos through the pit cycles, and just found my way there at the end. Had the lead coming to the white. Didn't get enough from the bottom line because I was trying to drag the brake and hold the guy behind me so he couldn't make a move, but they faltered, and he just went to the bottom and passed.
Yeah, it looked like, everything kind of happened and broke loose for the big one behind you guys right after you take the white flag, and then just a little disorganization, and like you said, you just could not get somebody to push you and keep him out from in front of you. But a great way to start the season, and we get ready to head for that short track over there at Bristol. A little bit of momentum and maybe a recovery next week.
Yeah, hopefully repeat it there as well. Actually, I think it is Michigan, I want to say.
I'm not sure. I
Be
thought
fast there.
I was told Bristol a minute ago, but I didn't check the schedule, and it's probably on me, buddy.
Yeah, I think it's Michigan. Either way, I expect to be a contender there as well. So, we'll see if we just can get one spot better next week.
Yeah, we'll look at the schedule before we get out of here and see if we can figure out where we go next. But awesome way to start the season, man. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate with your teammates.
Yeah, appreciate the good run. Just thanking the sponsors of this league. Of course, the Midwest Truck Series, Secure to Lift Boat Lift Restraint Systems, and then you and the Dirt Racing Network for the broadcast tonight.
All right, man. Congrats on the run. Thanks for chatting with us. We'll see you next week, wherever we happen to be.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Justin Duran finishing in second, and now we'll talk to a guy. Been a hot minute since he's been in victory lane in Midwest Truck Series, but he brings a 64 home with a great move at the end of the race. Adam Vinny, it looked a little sketchy with 5 to go.
Yeah, my crew chief messed up and put 4 tires on the last pit. I knew I was done for. Luckily, that yellow came out, and I was able to repack up with the field, and yeah, it was a heck of a dogfight. It was a lot of fun, and glad it stayed clean.
Yeah, all the way through about lap 71 to green flags, and you got separated. Like you said, you a little too much fuel, and it cost you a couple seconds on pit road. Mistakes under green flags are absolutely monumental.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, when they came around and started changing my tires, I instantly said, I'm screwed. I'm done for. So, gotta salvage whatever we can. I was a little hot under the helmet, as you probably could imagine, and but yeah, luckily had a horseshoe tied to my rear end, and we caught a caution and was able to fight for it.
Well, an awesome job, man. That means you should be number 1 in the points and start pretty much at the back of the field next week. I know you're used to it, but, man, instead of having them all behind you, you're going to have them all in front of you.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a view. We have outstanding showing. Absolutely great to see this many trucks out here. So it's going to be fun, scary, exciting, nervous, anxious, every emotion you could possibly think of next week.
All right, man, give me some shout-outs before I let you go.
Yeah, I appreciate Secure Lift for coming on board and sponsoring what we love to do, and as always, you, Roger, and the Dirt Racing Network for broadcasting and everything, and everybody for racing, and yeah, keeping it clean for the most part. I saw there was a few hiccups with some wrecks on that, unfortunately, but all in all, it was good racing around these guys, and Beard Wisconsin, Small Batch Beardos and Bombs, Next Level Litigation Support, Wabam, man, just everybody on the car and all the support that everybody watching out there, and Beef O'Brady's, and just everybody that pitches in and helps us do what we do and what we love to do. So thank you, everybody.
All right, man. Congrats on the win. Thanks for chatting with us. We'll see you next week.
Sounds good. Thanks, Roger.
Adam Vinny picking up the win here to kick off the season for Midwest Truck Series. Great race. These guys always put on a good show. And the first 70-plus laps under green is pretty amazing. We're going to go back. We talked about the top 20. And getting everybody on that lead lap. Let's go a little further, because Boyd was 21st after getting involved in an incident. He was 10th on the restart. Right front damage, he limped it around to 21st. Kamba, Evil, Callis, Ranger, Baycorn, Blevins, Gaxel through 28th. All these guys still on the lead lap. Oh, no. No. It's not showing the right stuff. I didn't think so. I didn't think it was showing me the right stuff. I told you we were getting funky data stuff tonight. I told you. So Cleat 21st. Let's go just back that page. We had 19 on the lead lap. Yeah, Ranger was 20th. Then Cleat, Ebel, Watson, Lowe, Pearson, Callis, Ryan. Gomez is 28th officially. Gamba 29th. Rundle 30th. Dillon, Pfeffer, Wells, Scott, Anderson, Hardy, Owens, and Todd Keir, the early exit tonight. It showed 3 laps on his lap counter, but I think he tried to go out and get on the apron and do something, and the truck just wasn't having it because he got turned early in this one. So rough night for him. But awesome job by all the drivers. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. I enjoy bringing it to you. Been a long one. A little longer than we're used to with these guys, but they have added laps to the races this year. So we're going to get to see more action. And it's going to change the pit strategies a little bit. So as the season goes on, you'll start to pick up on that if you're a regular viewer. You'll see what we're talking about as these guys tear through the season. We'll figure out, you know what, let's go look at their schedule real quick. And I can tell you, I can't tell you. No, oh, there we go. It's Auto Club. We go to Auto Club and then Bristol. That's what we do. Auto Club. That's going to be a great one. That'll be a fantastic race. Big, wide, fast track. It'll be a little smaller than this, but it'll race very much like this. So should be exciting again. They get another 38 trucks. We're going to have a fantastic time watching that. I want to thank you guys for being here. Without you, there's no reason for us to do this. Without all the great leads, give them Sauce Racing, there is nothing for us to cover. So a high five and a pat on the back all the way around. Join us next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday nights, right around 8 Central, 7 Central on Wednesdays, for the best in the business, getting at it every night. Trucks on Mondays, O'Reilly Auto Parts Cars on Tuesdays, and trucks again on Wednesdays. 3 great series. Come watch them all. Say hi in the chat. Peace and love to all of you. Keep the rough side.